So, you are the most important person in my life. Yes, I love you, Fatma. And you know why I love you? I love you for the fact that you always try to keep going. Like, if you cannot run, you prefer to walk. And if you cannot walk, you prefer to crawl. And that's the spirit that makes me always love you. You are the most important person in my life. Yes. And why? You know, we appreciate many things for others, but it is very rare that we appreciate ourselves. When we break promises that we make with ourselves, so we lose our certain percentage. And when we keep on going, it's amazing. The significant part of self-love is that you have to keep promising with yourself. Like whatever you promise with yourself, you have to obey that. If you're not going to do that, after every uh, break of promise, you will feel that you will lose a part of you. That is, of course, not honesty with yourself. Your conscious mind is not aligned with your own self, with honesty and with everything. Even if you are honest with other person, so many people, but if you're not honest with yourself, it's not self-love. It's an important part of self-love that you have to keep promising, like whatever promise you have to make, like you made with yourself, you have to keep those promises. And it's really hard sometimes because nobody is watching us at us and nobody is looking at us. At that very moment, we have to be loyal with ourselves. That okay, fine, it's hard, it's difficult, but since I've made a promise with myself, I have to do this anyways. Like the way I'm praising myself and why I'm praising myself, the main reason, since I'm suffering in high fever for 2 days, and I could not, like, I wanted to read at least 10 pages of this book, but since I'm telling everyone that everyone has to read books and I'm also reading book, somehow or the other, not in a conventional way, but I'm also in touch with all kind of study. But since I wasn't well, so what I thought, one time I thought that I better skip today's reading. Then I picked up this red pen and I read few lines, hardly a paragraph, because my head was hurting, but I read it anyways, and I put a mark over there. I'm going to show you that mark. And I felt so good about myself and the honesty, that I'm being honest with myself, so I can be honest with everyone. I'm going to show you that. So this is the first mark that I put. I couldn't even read properly, but I read this much, and today my head was badly hurting, but I tried to read this much. See? And even though it's hardly 2 pages, but I feel so good about myself. This is very important to attain that self-love, because self-love is not always praising yourself. You have to keep promises with yourself also, and whatever you're bound to do and whatever you abide by doing, you have to finish that task. This is also part of self-love. So yeah.